Hey guys, how you all doing today? It's raining like crazy out there, Well, it's not coming down hard. It's kind of a sleepy rain type vibe going on out there. Today we're gonna watch one here, and I do believe that this one is about the Prince of Wales or King Charles, and something he did in Romania or some kind of relations to Romania. It's called Wild Carpathia 3 Wild Forever with HRH, the Prince of Wales, official. It says it's an official YouTube trailer, so I don't know what it is. Let's YouTube and simmer, see what it's about. Oh, it's beautiful there, man.
Romania holds one of the planet's most valuable natural treasures. A vast wilderness of towering mountain peaks and pristine forests that provide a habitat for thousands of species of flora and fauna. As we've seen in previous episodes of Wild Carpathia, this priceless ecosystem is under threat from man, but still remains probably the most unspoilt region in Europe.
Oh, this is a part 3. Wasn't aware there was a 1 and a 2, but might just watch those.
In this, the final part in our trilogy, we'll be travelling north from Transylvania to explore the historic Maramuresh, a landscape rich in culture, where the old ways are jealously guarded and medieval traditions coexist alongside modern life. We'll experience more of the country's stunning national parks, take a steam ride through the mountains, and pay a visit to Bukovina's inspirational painted monasteries, which serve as a canvas for some of the finest examples of religious art in the world.
Okay, I'm gonna enjoy this.
We'll be looking at how culture, adventure, and ecotourism could provide an alternative solution to stem the flow of illegal wood that pours out of Romania and offer a more stable and long-term income for its rural populations.
Okay.
While existence is tough here, with baking hot summers and Siberian winters, the people of the Maramuresh have a decidedly upbeat attitude to life and its cessation.
Eu astăzi sunt fericit că sunteți pe grădina strămoșilor mei. Aici, pe cenușa vieții, e aici, cenușa lor e aici. Eu fiu cu horea asta și îi aduc.
Măi, trandafiri, din la Moldova te-aș iubi, dar nu știu vorba. Măi, trandafiri, din la Moldova te-aș iubi, dar nu știu vorba. Lunga-i lungă, iarba-i verde, ce-am iubit nu se...
You know, the one thing I like about places like Romania is how they preserve the culture and or the whole heritage, and it is so old. It's not like here where it's not as old, because this is like countryside in Romania, and you could tell in the countryside they upholding some of that that old ways and stuff like that, and they keep the music going and stuff. It's not so much here in the countryside. I don't know if the culture is getting lost in the fast modernization of everything, because in these areas you have the countryside, right? But then you have they're having trouble with the people coming in and taking out the wood and stuff and all that. Here it's coal mining, and the coal mining is dying, but they already kill a lot of the area. Now where I live, it's just a small little concrete jungle. If I go further out, like what is that place called? It's real pretty on the outsides of here. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? There's a place called Bridge there where people go jump off a bridge. bungee jumping, skydiving and stuff. God, what is that called up there? I don't remember what it's called, but it's real pretty out there. As far as the culture is concerned, I don't know much about the culture. Nobody ever talks about that kind of stuff here, you know what I mean? They don't really showcase it per se. You know what I mean? The whole redneck thing is pretty big, but then there's rednecks pretty much all over the world, you know, but let's keep going here.
Já fost verde sau uscat, măi, ce-am iubit s-a scuturat, măi. Lunga-i iarba-i verde, ce-am iubit nu se mai vede. Ce-a fost verde sau uscat, măi, Charlie, ce-am iubit s-a scuturat, măi.
For our final musical destination, the Maramuresh, we deferred to famous local band Isa and Grigore for what soon became a typical Romanian knees-up, and one that lasted well into the next day. Romania is facing a crossroads. Its two greatest natural treasures, its forest and its medieval landscapes, are in danger of being lost due to uncensored modernization and illegal logging. Huge tracts of land have already been destroyed by the reckless greed of those prepared to sacrifice their legacy for financial gain. The extent of this problem can be clearly seen in and around the Fagarash Mountains. But it's not too late. There are those who are working tirelessly to save this crucial ecosystem.
It's great to see chainsaws being used constructively for once. This is part of an FCC initiative with the help of the EU to repair the damage caused by logging tracks that crisscross these mountainsides. What happens is very rapidly, due to soil erosion, they turn into trenches and then ravines. So the idea here is to cut up all the dead wood that's left lying about and to fill them in, to cover them over with earth and then to replant. So in 30 or 40 years' time, you won't even know they've ever been here.
Oh, nice, nice.
Ensuring the safety of wild Carpathia is not just down to its present-day inhabitants. The best way to guarantee its survival is through environmental education. Sadly, something that is currently a low priority on many school agendas. To combat this problem, an international charity is launching a fleet of purpose-built battle buses to tour remote areas of the country and teach children the importance of biodiversity and ecological issues. It's encouraging to see so much positive change taking place in areas like these. There is hope, and many high-profile figures are now lending their support to champion the need for conservation. Not just of the forests, but also the historic villages and pastoral setting that surrounds them.
Your Royal Highness, how can we preserve this wonderful landscape?
Well, I mean, it is a challenge, I think, in today's world. I mean, part of the real effort, I think, is in trying to persuade people just how precious it is. So it's how do you provide protection and sensitive development? Because the key, obviously, you can't stop everything, but is to work, I've always felt anyway, if one can, to work with local people who 9 times out of 10 all around the world don't want to see their environment destroyed.
True.
They want to find ways of ensuring that their lives can be improved and they have better opportunities, but within a living tradition, whether it's the built environment or the management of the landscape. The terrible problem I've always felt is that people so often go through a phase of, oh, well, none of this, it's all old-fashioned, out of date, doesn't matter, irrelevant, just chuck them all away. But later on, people suddenly realize the value of all this. By which time, if you're not careful, it's too late because you've knocked so many things down or allowed all sorts of insensitive development. And clearly there's huge demand for food and everything else, but it does seem to me that one of the most vital aspects of all this is how you work with local communities, how to help ensure the survival, the future of the smallholder. This part of the world, even it's not, you can't plough it up. And if you did, you'd release vast amounts of carbon, which is completely counterproductive. The meadows are, in European and global terms, utterly unique. I have never seen anything like it. There's nothing left like this. And this is a jewel in Romania's crown. It may be difficult for people to see this now, but I think Romania is a wonderful country. They are remarkable people. They're so resilient, and Romanians have had such a horrific experience throughout their lives. And so many people, when you think of 2 world wars and then all the other horrors between the last war and until now, people have been through so much, seen so much misery and destruction. Their lives have been ruined in so many ways, and I think we owe it to them to try and find a way to ensure that the future is better for them, but in a way that enhances the culture, the traditions, and the values. But unless you have, the quality maintained, that integrity which attracts people because of the beauty, and how to raise the standards of accommodation and everything else on offer, it's going to be very difficult, it seems to me, for so many of these places to survive.
You were personally involved in the...
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. I have a story to tell about that. Okay, when I was at the university, there was this big cry, like the ultra-liberal people here. There was this massive cry to stop the coal mining. And they would go to these coal mines, towns, and like pretty much berate these people to make them feel like really bad for coal mining. And at the time I had a radio show, and one of the professors, her mom, who used to listen to me, and her mom was an activist. And I was on campus one day, and she came up to me and she said, "Hey, we need people like you to come talk to these people, tell these people the harm that the harm to the environment that this coal mining is doing." You know what I mean? And I thought about it, and then, as much as I wanted to be part of that, I asked her, okay, so you want me to go talk to those people, and do you have alternative means for them to support their family? Do you have some idea of what other industry that is not going to be harmful to the environment that they could get jobs in? Because retail don't pay much, the service industry don't pay much, and this is not the richest state in the union. So do you have an alternative idea for them to support their family? And she said no. And I said, well, I think it would be kind of dangerous to go up there and tell people, oh no, you're wrong, you're bad, you're killing the earth, stop doing it right now, and not give them some alternative of how they're going to feed their family. And it came to that, and it's bad that it came to that, but the companies that came in there got in there and they just like stripped everything. I know my mother-in-law, and this was in West Virginia. In Kentucky, my mother-in-law had land, and I don't know how they did it, but I heard somebody, I saw in the comments that in Romania, they say you could own land, but you can't own the minerals on it. And that's what they did to my mother-in-law. They went in there, they took all the minerals out of the land and just left the land. I don't know how they did it. I don't understand such things. But so the land is useless. You can't plant anything on there. You really can't go live on there. They just tore it up and left. And because of the way things are, when you go to people who are struggling and you tell them, hey, we give you this amount of money if you let us do this, they're generally going to let you do it because they need to feed their family. No, I do believe this might be different according to what I see in the comment section here, different in Romania, but here it was corporations that went in there and took away. As far as I understand, is I then took the stuff. As far as I understand, there it's the government that's doing it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Put it in the comment section. But having said all of that, we have to get to a point where we start protecting the earth, because I mean, I haven't seen a butterfly in years, decades at least. There's so many things that I used to see a lot, maybe because I was raised on the island, I don't know. But I should be seeing butterflies here, but I don't see any, you know what I mean? And this is not such a big area. I just need to walk about 5 blocks and I'm pretty much out in the woods and in the bushes and stuff. And I still don't see butterflies out there. It's like they're running from us, you know? But, you know, like they're doing, they got to find some alternative for them to, you know, make money. Or else corporations and governments are going to go in there and take advantage of the fact that they are downtrodden. And that's one reason why they keep people poor, because then when people are desperate, they'll do anything to feed their family. Let's get back to this here.
Restoration of the house here in Carpathia.
Absolutely. I was very lucky because I found wonderful people who knew what they were doing and also helped train local people in all these skills. In fact, they're innate still, these remarkable skills that people have. I just want people to understand what you could do to these houses to make them suitable for modern living. But, you know, you can have the best of the ancient and the best of the modern. These are such special things, and we need biodiversity and human and cultural diversity. The danger of, I think, massive globalization is that before we know where we are, we've lost our identity and our meaning.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous moment, I think.
See, I'm a strong proponent in us living together and being as one. But I'm also a strong proponent in us being proud of who we are, our culture, our traditions, and keeping those also. I think we could coexist, keep our cultures, as long as we respect each other's cultures, instead of trying to push our own culture onto another person. Usually when they do that, that means they want to control what the people think. It's kind of like right after the invasion of my country, there was an influx of Protestant religion on the island. They were there before, but way more. I mean, religions I never heard about, like the Mormons. They were on the island. It's like, whoa, where did all these people come from? You know what I mean? And just different things, like, you know, if you push the culture of the dominant society on the small one, that's more money that the dominant society is going to make, because the smaller society is going to buy the product of the dominant societies, the fast food restaurants and stuff. They're all over the world. Walmart is probably, you know, they have them in Mexico and stuff. All that money is coming out and coming back, or the main part of the money is, because they're not going to pay the local people a livable wage, because they don't really do that here. So they're going to do that even less over there, because there's probably less insights on how they're going to treat the people there. And that's just the way, that's the kind of stuff they know that we have to look out for. This was quite interesting, and I'm glad I watched this here. And it was a trailer, but you know, still makes you think. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'll leave a link in the description to this video. I'm going to watch the first 2 episodes. You understand what I'm saying? So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, y'all take care of each other, all right? Cool runnings.